Hey everyone, you're watching Soundwaves TV. It's going to be all about popping bottles on this episode. We have lots to celebrate. First of all, Bottlerock. I went there. I brought home some footage. What will you see? We have no idea. It hasn't been edited until right now. So we'll have fun with it. This week on Soundwaves TV, like I said, we'll have some Bottlerock footage. We've got life-size models stopping by to talk about their new album. And we've got brand new music from Corvus Lore, The Alive, and a world premiere video from Deadly Vices. And then also it's Joe Hawk's birthday and we have a surprise, but don't tell him. You're watching Soundwaves TV. Hey, what's up? You're watching Soundwaves TV. We got Chasta, we got Dennis, we got Morris Mother effing Night in the house. I love saying that. It makes my heart happy.
Mother Fathers.
Mother Fathers Night.
Oh, good save, good save.
I didn't say it. I didn't make you bleep it. I could have. I wanted to.
Stephen Kirk is on location this week.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. I think he's coming from his very groovy backyard, but
His newly improved,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Backyard. He's been working hard
and
on
he's
it.
got a great reason for not being here because his kids graduated from high school.
Yay.
Right on.
You know,
Congratulations.
I mean, that's pretty awesome. So Lois and Christopher, big ups to you. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Fantastic. I think
Can we cheers?
that's worth a cheer. We could
They're
cheers.
not
Absolutely.
legal yet, but
they,
we'll cheers.
They can't drink, but we will.
We will on your behalf.
On their behalf.
Right? Exactly. Yeah, we're proud aunties and uncles over here, so we'll cheers.
So, as per Soundwaves usual, as we were getting on the set, we were all just saying, oh, how hungover are we? See, look, how hungover is everybody? And everybody's like, a little bit. I drank a little bit of the blah, blah. How are you holding up? You had like 16 hours at Bottlerock.
I did. I was at Bottlerock all day yesterday. I actually only had one beer, so I'm definitely not hungover.
Only
I'm,
one.
I'm just
It was
tired.
this tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It was one of those
It was
huge wine
140.
glasses.
It was a bucket.
I had a 40 yesterday. No, Bottlerock's so awesome. I mean, it just didn't really have time to drink. We were hanging out at the Bone Booth. We were seeing boneheads, running from stage to stage, doing some interviews, drinking a little beer, eating a little food. Nice. It was so great. My highlight was the Stone Foxes. No question about it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So great. To see. It's so fun. And I said this to Shannon in our interview. It's so cool when you actually really know someone in a band, like you're friends with them. You almost have like a proud sibling, proud mama moment.
Right.
Because I'm standing there watching him and I'm watching everyone watch them and I'm like, this is so cool.
Oh, yeah.
It's so neat, right?
You're
Like,
so
Dude,
good.
you did it. You
yeah,
did
you're
it.
doing it. Look at that. Look,
I remember when.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a little punch drunk today, but you know, what's new? What's
That's all right. That's all right. Yeah. So we're going to have some Bottlerock stuff from you later on.
I think if you edit it well.
We'll see.
He hasn't
We'll
seen
see how it turns out.
Here's a little behind the scenes. He hasn't seen what I shot yet. So we'll see if it's even worthy.
That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
So what are we doing in Act 2? Are we...
We have Bottlerock footage. Will it air? Stay tuned. I don't know. We'll see.
We don't know.
I was all by myself. Me and
We'll
maybe
find
you.
out.
Yeah.
To be continued.
Yeah, exactly. There's
Exactly.
the tease.
What are you doing this summer? You're going to shows.
Lots of shows, lots of Alameda County Fair. You know, it's right down the street from my house and everything. So,
convenient.
but even if it were 50 miles away, I would still go all the time because I just love the county fair vibe. That one in particular is my favorite in the Bay Area. I mean, they're all great. They're all cool. This one here has just all the stuff that I like, including, you know, all the great shows. I go to a lot of shows. We go there like maybe 4 or 5 times before, maybe 6 before it's all over with. So,
nice.
And there, you know, there's some throwback headliners there. Quiet Riot's going to be there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Some legendary funk R&B artists is going to be there. Confunction is one of my favorites. I grew up with those guys when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So looking forward to seeing those guys. They killed it, by the way, last year.
Yeah.
Yacht Rock, which is a
Love it.
yacht rock cover band.
Really?
Fantastic. Greatest name ever.
Yeah.
There's I think Queen Nation's going to be there as well.
Oh, they're great too.
Okay.
Yeah, I've
I've
never seen them.
Oh, you haven't? Yeah, they're fantastic.
So just a lot of you're probably going to see a lot of me at the fair this year doing that. But then there's later on in the year I got to see Sting.
Yeah,
so that's going to be a big one.
I didn't get a chance to ask. You said that you're down pretty low at the Chase Center.
Yeah.
What did that set you back?
Lots.
Like a mortgage payment.
Like a mortgage payment? Yeah.
I was trying to be good financially, this year, but it's crazy. I'm not even proud of this. I've never seen Sting.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever seen The Police?
No.
No, never at all.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh man, you're in for a treat.
So this is the time, you know, that I need to go ahead and do this, you know. And so I justified the price of the tickets, which were hundreds of hundreds. But as a way to kind of make up for all the other times I hadn't seen them before. So had I seen them several other times, this is how much it would still cost me.
You work in radio. You didn't go to management and go, can you hook the brother up?
It does not work like that anymore.
It's never for the lack of trying, as you know, Chasta.
I know.
You know, you're always going to knock on that door. But then there's another part of it where it's like, well, okay, if you end up scoring tickets from the radio station, where are those tickets?
Yeah,
you know,
that's
where are you going to be seated?
Right.
You know, and
Yes.
sometimes they're good, but are they exactly where I want to be at this
Right.
time? You know,
I love the seat snobbery. This is fantastic.
I just that's you know what because I don't go to a lot of I don't spend money on a lot of other things, you know, entertainment wise as far as sports games and all that stuff. So man, when it comes to shows, I'm right up there, you know, and I'm a little geeked out. So I'm sorry, I'm that guy with my phone up a little bit for, you know, I'm not gonna have it up there the whole show, but I'm gonna get a song out of this, so y'all just, you know, we'll be all right.
Don't apologize
You'll be
for
okay.
it. You paid for that,
Okay,
sir.
yes, exactly.
You do what you want.
Yeah.
Dude, I just did this with Aerosmith because Aerosmith and the Black Crows on one bill. I feel like this was curated for me.
That's
like,
all you.
This is Chasta's show.
Yeah.
So it's supposedly, they say, their final tour. And I've seen them 24 times.
Peace
I'm
out.
like, right? Yeah, peace out.
Yeah.
You've seen Aerosmith 24 times.
I followed them when I was in college through
Wow.
Oklahoma, Texas, and Arkansas. So I did
That's
a
impressive.
bunch
Wow.
of
That's
those
awesome.
shows at one time. Yeah.
Wow.
College,
That's
am I right?
awesome.
So I thought, okay, if this is really it, I have to be in the room. It doesn't matter what it costs me. I have to be there. This is part of my life story. Boy, they got me. I'm not sitting where you did, but I was like, oh God, Brett, just take the card. My card's screaming as I put the numbers in. Oh, I'm getting hot flashes just thinking about it.
There's a knock at the door.
I know. Yeah, I know. Excuse me, lady.
Let me talk to you.
Have you lost
Would you
your
have a whole family?
Yeah, right.
It's
You
not
have to-
always about you, you know.
but it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Yeah. So
nice.
there you go.
All right, very
is a
good.
joke now.
All right, so we're going to throw it down to Steve Kirk and his super groovy backyard. Mr. Kirk, what do you got for us?
Oh, hey. How's it going, everybody? Stephen Kirk here with you for Soundwaves TV. And, you know, a lot of people wonder what it is that I do when I'm not up in Pacifica hanging out with the kids on the set. Well, right now I'm enjoying my summer vacation hanging out here at the Captain's Cove down in Los Angeles. And here's the thing. We're going to sit together. I just made myself a Mai Tai. I recommend you do the same thing. And we're going to check out an awesome video by Corvus Lore. And this video was directed by Mike Sloat. So when you put Corvus Lore and Mike Sloat together, yeah, you know it's going to be good. The name of the album that's coming out in July is Lucida. And the name of the song, well, this is Blind and Broken, here on Soundwaves TV.
Still not the phrase of what makes me broken.
Just more masterful work here on Soundwaves TV from our good friends in Corvus Lore and Mike Sloat, who directed that video. Always a visionary, as you can tell. Coming up, we've got full Bottlerock reports, maybe from me and baby Huey. We'll see what happens. We know we'll talk to Shannon and Koehler from the Stone Foxes. Also, life-size models are going to stop by the studio. But first, we're going to kick it over to Dennis Willis with his Power Pick of the Week. Dennis, what's up?
Thank you, Chasta. And it is time for the Power Pick of the Week once again. And this time, these guys come from my hood. We're talking about Deadly Vices, and they were so cool to give us this world premiere. And I don't know what's in the water in Pacifica, but I'll tell you, there's so many great rock bands that are emerging. Maybe they just get stuck in traffic and they got to get that agita out because everybody comes here on sunny days. I don't know, something like that. Either way, these bands are great, and this video is phenomenal. And we just saw one from Mike Sloat. This is another one. This is like the Mike Sloat show this week. This is great. It's a world premiere today on Soundwaves TV. This is Deadly Vices.
Hey, Morris Knight here. That was the Deadly Vices world premiere here on Soundwaves TV. And you know what? We've got some more good stuff coming your way, you know? And I'm loving the fact that, Chasta went to Bottlerock. And who knows what we're about to see in this next segment from Chasta coming up after this.
Your home is your biggest asset, and whether to sell or hold is a major decision. David Siplin will help you with the information to make the right call and assist with the sale of your property and the purchase of a new home. Contact David today for an in-person or remote appointment.
Check out Soundwaves TV on all our social media accounts. Deleted scenes, extended interviews, the latest announcements, and official playlist. The Bay Area plays here. Hit us up everywhere at Soundwaves TV.
Please consider helping us continue our mission of lifting and supporting independent music by becoming a Soundwaves patron. In exchange, you'll be the first to see and hear all of our weekly shows, as well as exclusive content. Just go to patreon.com/SoundwavesTV. Hey, welcome back to Soundwaves, and we have no idea what we're going to see right now.
No.
That's the.
Can we even guess? The
scary and exciting part of this is that we basically gave a camera and a mic to Chasta, and she went to Bottlerock and came back, and I was like, "Have you uploaded the footage yet?" And she said, "No, you'll see it later." So we're all going to find out right now, but I suspect Baby Huey's involved, and there may be an appearance from our friend Shannon and Koehler from the Stone Foxes.
Hey.
Should be a good time, though. Let's see what we got.
Hey, Chasta, Baby Huey here at Bottlerock.
What's going on?
We got our bone glasses.
I know.
on.
We're models today.
Yes, we are.
Rocking the new bone shades.
We are here in Bone Island. If you can't tell, we got the palm tree, the inflatable palm trees. Hold that thought. I need the banana. I need the bonana. Bonana. See what we did there?
I just want to know who blew up all these inflatable objects here.
I don't know who has the most hot air.
Yeah.
Where's Lamont?
Who has the powerful lungs?
So yes, we're at Bone Island. We have a whole theme this year. We're very proud. Here at Bottlerock, we got here just in time today to see the Stone Foxes.
Yes.
How amazing
They
are they?
were incredible.
Oh my God, so good.
Shannon, total badass rock star on stage.
It's so wild to me. It will never not be crazy to me that guy who I met a decade ago,
Yes.
quiet at the Bone,
Just
not
doing
just
production
doing
stuff.
production,
Hiding in the studio.
is like freaking Mick Jagger on stage.
Yes.
It'll never wear on me. Shannon, that's his best.
That's my Shannon impression.
That's your best Shannon. I love it. He's so
Where's
proud.
Shannon? I'll do it for him.
Here we are with Shannon of the Stone Foxes.
Hi, buddy. How are
What's
ya?
up, buddy?
Oh, I'm just having a fabulous day.
No, you're killing it. You were absolutely
thanks.
on freaking fire.
Oh, thank you. That's really nice of you.
It's so cool to know somebody for real, like be a friend with somebody and then get to watch them on stage like that. Like it's like a proud mama bear kind of feeling.
Oh, love you too, buddy.
Like look at him go.
That's good.
How do you feel when you're up there? Like what are your emotions? What's going through your
Oh,
head? Are you
man.
thinking about anything in particular?
All that I'm kind of thinking about is how to feel the juice a little bit more. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How
like
you feel it or how to make us feel it?
both.
Okay, all right.
But I mean, it's all about the vibe and the energy for
Yeah.
me, because I feel like once you do the songs enough, then
Yeah.
it's like muscle
That's
memory
muscle
and
memory, yeah,
everything.
sure.
But then you're trying to find the emotion and like just the camaraderie with your bandmates.
Yeah.
And the teamwork. Excuse me, I'm having my beverage.
Oh, please. I just finished
the
mine.
teamwork.
Yes.
And then how is that affecting people?
Yeah.
And what can I do to sort of bring that energy, to a crescendo or bring it down into
See,
a nice groove?
I'm glad
Yeah.
you brought that up because that's one of the things that I love about you guys the most is you have that real build to a song and you really control the energy of the crowd.
Oh, cool.
And the way like they get down on guitar and
Yeah.
they do the whole thing at the end. I have video of it. We'll splice it in. But it really is incredible. It's funny because, so I was on Channel 5 and I was like, go watch the Stone Foxes.
I saw that.
Okay,
That's nice of you. Thank
so
you.
I had several people texting me like, hey, I'm here. I'm watching them now.
Oh,
Everyone
sick.
has said the same thing. I love how they trade instruments. That's like the thing
cool.
that people kind of, I think, take home with them. It's like,
Yeah.
that's not something that you see all that often.
Well, it's cool because you have to be careful because you want to make sure that you're serving the song.
Right.
But at the same time, you want to make sure that you're creating moments.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
one of my favorite quotes was Martin Scorsese said one time, like, movies are not about the plot.
Yeah.
People don't remember the plot. They remember moments in movies. So like if you're watching a set, what's your moment that you're taking away, and what can you create in each moment?
Dude,
so I think that's
so
really,
good.
I think that's like, and Vince, our bass player, guitar player who sings, he really taught me that.
Wow.
And so I think it's a really cool thing to try to create.
I think it's cool to break down the set like that. It's like not looking at a whole big picture. It's like, okay, each individual moment.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to forevermore remember standing right in front of you as you're wailing on the harmonica. And I have the funniest video we'll put in here. Huey, baby Huey, who's behind the camera right now, was trying to put glasses on your face as you were playing the harmonica. And you're just wailing, and he's like this. So can we just mission accomplished? Can we just get them on so that... There we go. Well
Danny
done.
did it. He did it. Baby
did
Huey
it.
did it.
It was such a hilarious moment, and you were so in the zone, and he was like, I think he's a little busy. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm a little busy, Dan. Trying to play a goddamn show.
and he's like, but I know him. I'm going to put sunglasses on him, but he's my friend. It was really fun.
I love Danny.
I know. He's the freaking best.
He knows.
He is the best.
Yeah.
It is so great to see you out there
Great
rocking
to see
it.
you
I'm
too,
so
buddy.
happy. I mean, you just played freaking Oracle Park after the Giants game. You're here
Right
at
on.
Bottlerock. You're just making shit happen.
Having a great time here with my wife. We're
Yes.
going to go see Billy Strings now.
Get over there.
Okay.
Get over there.
Love you.
I
Thanks
love
for
you
the
too.
support, always.
Absolutely. Always. We'll be right back.
Hey, want to watch Soundwaves TV on your big screen? Head over to the Roku channel store and download our free app, Soundwaves TV. You'll get every brand new episode and archives of every past season. Do it now. We've got your next party covered.
This portion of Soundwaves TV is sponsored by Longboard, the coolest hidden gem on the coast. A world-class music venue with a neighborhood vibe. Stop by for a drink or check out an awesome show. For more information, go to longboardbar.com.
Closed captioning for Soundwaves TV is brought to you by Green Room Music Center, offering rock camp, music lessons, a drum shop, and rehearsal spaces for rent. For more information, go to greenroommusiccenter.com. You're watching Soundwaves TV. Chasta here, and I'm plumb giddy that I have one of my favorite bands in the studio. We got a full house with life-size models. Welcome back to Soundwaves TV.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
How are you guys?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm really happy. I'm happy you guys are here. I love Seasons, your new EP that you just came out with. So this is a true story. So Dennis Willis and I talk every day, pretty much. And we have a lot of conversations about a lot of the bands that we play. And a couple weeks ago, we were talking about you guys. Your ears must have been burning. And I said to him privately, and we agreed that, well, no, we didn't agree. I said this, and he goes, I don't understand what that means. Throwing you under the bus. You'll explain, or you'll understand. So I said, I feel like any day now I'm going to wake up and Life Size Models is going to be the ones that went viral on like TikTok or Instagram. Like, and he was like, yeah, huh? Because he hates Instagram and TikTok.
That would be fantastic.
But he understands how great you are, and that's the point.
Yeah.
But I really do feel like that. I feel like one day I'm going to wake up and I'm going to see all of these TikToks and Reels and all of this cinematic footage put to your music. And I hope that you're taking that as a compliment, because that's certainly what it is.
That would be the best thing to happen. Yeah, I mean, I
That's
think
how you make it these days. Isn't that wild?
it is wild.
It's
and
one of the
yeah,
ways I guess you could make it these
absolutely.
days.
Cinematic too. I mean, that's like, I think Steven and I are like, we're big film buffs, and
Yeah, that word.
That's the word. He shoves it in.
You guys
his
are
nose.
always talking about films and movies.
Yeah,
what you've seen. I think you see a movie like every week or every couple weeks.
Yeah.
So I think that's definitely a
mitered in
compliment.
film and all that. So
Yeah.
I think we talk about that with our music, like when we're trying to like communicate a mood or a vibe or something like that.
Yeah.
Tangent,
So you
but-
write with that word sort of in your head in some ways, I guess. So that's why it really does have that feeling, is because there's intention behind it.
Yeah, definitely. And on the EPs that we've made, there's always like one song that's kind of that way. It's instrumental in some respects, and there's like a ebb and a flow and a cinematicness or cinematic quality to it. So
Yeah.
not the one that's going to make it on TikTok, but I do think that could be cool. Yeah.
And I say TikTok, I'm kind of a poser because I hate TikTok. I'm not even on it. But I understand, like, I'm talking more about Instagram Reels, because when I'm thinking about what I want to put out there, I'm a lover of your type of music, that cinematic, theatrical, emotional, river runs deep kind of music. That's my jam. And so when I'm thinking about the reels I want to put together, let's say for my family or my son and what I'm trying to express, even sometimes without words at all, it's that kind of music. Huh. And so I think that's what people can connect to. I mean, TikTok is more of a dance thing, I guess, whatever, but you get the vibe. Yeah. And you guys, the kids these days always say that, vibes. Like, you guys are all vibes.
We say vibes a lot.
Yeah.
It's not cinematic for like an instrumental. It's the vibe.
So I nailed it.
Plus, I think you try to tell a story with your songwriting and the way we compile the songs on our EPs, and like we have a whole master plan for the next year or two of how we're gonna be releasing EPs here and there. That tell that story.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because I saw you put on Instagram, like, you're like mad hitting releases for the next like 18 months, right? What is the plan here for your releases?
Yeah, I mean, it's we just released the Seasons EP. We have 4 songs that we're in the process of finishing. We just got done mixing 3 of the 4, I think, a couple days ago. Those are coming out later this year, and then we have another EP that we're currently like tracking for the early next year, and then there's 2 more EPs that are written but haven't been like tracked yet. So,
okay, but everything is written all the way out.
Yeah. Apart from, some of the songs maybe are still in like demo form, but like they're definitely like the songs are written. We just kind of need to like put in the work to get them recorded. We've started like road testing some of them too. So like at our last show, and then the show we're playing coming up, we're gonna like play a few of the songs that maybe people haven't heard, just to get used to them before we like bring them into the studio.
Yeah. It feels like you really do have a plan for release, but also for social media. It's funny, this week on the podcast at the Bone, we took on the conversation of what are you more over the older you get, right? Like, what annoys you the older you get? And for a lot of us, it was social media.
Definitely social media.
Yeah. Okay.
Necessary evil.
It's not even an age thing, because you guys are younger than me, obviously, but
I wouldn't go that far.
I was there for the MySpace days.
Yes. It was more of a simple time in the MySpace days, wasn't it?
It was.
Do you guys have a social media strategy? Like, because that's what it feels like you kind of, is that your realm?
I love the past there.
I talk about it a lot. Right? There's a strategy. I mean, it's to post consistently to like tell a story.
Yeah.
Paid ads is something that we've kind of pushed off to just have a catalog, and then once we have that, we can kind of share our music videos through paid ads. So it's just a lot of that, going back between Instagram and TikTok, figuring out what works for different audiences. It's a lot of really boring, like, long conversations trying to figure that out, and then it's the fun part of like creating the content. So it's always evolving. It's constantly changing, because different platforms are going to be more or less popular. The reach changes, the algorithms change. So
see, I told you, it's like a whole job.
It is a whole job. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that's what blows my mind. Like, it used to be you were just a musician, not just a musician, but you understand what I'm saying. Like, that was your job.
That was
right. You were a musician. You put out music. You did that. It was a creative space. And now it's like, nope. You got to be a promoter, a social media expert, a booker. You got to be all over, doing everything everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and we I think we've talked about that like at length, like about just the. I don't want to use the word toll, but it's definitely like I think there's a compartmentalization of each bit, like, having the songs like we were talking about earlier written out for a little while help us kind of like shift into business mode.
Totally.
Do you know what I mean?
That's so smart.
So we can kind of like, okay, now we're going to go into the studio, now we're going to record now, and then I think we each kind of have our strengths, and we kind of lean into each other for those things.
Yeah.
So I think we're like fortunate that the people in the band are the people in the band and we all kind of understand that.
Yeah.
I've definitely played with people in the past who don't have any interest in any of the thing other than like, I'm going to go play live.
Yeah.
Which is great. It's fun, but like, it depends on what you're just trying to achieve.
It's just not the thing anymore. It's like, show up for the fun stuff. Why don't you?
Well, there's that too.
I mean, let's be real. Talking about the EP, going back to the writing portion of it and the stories that you tell, what is that process for you now with this group? How does that all come together?
It all kind of like stems from Chris, I think. He was the guy that started the band. It's his vision, and then we've all kind of come in, and over time he's kind of relinquished some of that. So he'll write something in full, or he'll write something halfway, and then come to me or come to some of the guys and be like, here's what we have, can we add to it? Or if he has like a lyrical idea, it's like he'll float the idea, or melodies, for instance. And then at the end of that process, it's the textures and the production and figuring out all of that together, I think, usually. So
And probably to expand on that, like I think that I usually go to Steven first, just because we live together and we're twins.
And you're
obviously.
twins, yeah.
There's just like a kind of a just like what just happened, where like if I can't finish a sentence, he will.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
it's helpful to have that happen, and then you guys kind of do the same, like musically, right? Like, you know, Anthony always makes the bass lines better. You always make the lead stuff better.
Mm-hmm.
Chris always has like a percussion idea or some sort of drum part. Like,
Yeah.
And
there was a song we wrote in the pandemic that we really loved. I'll take both.
I know.
So everyone's ready.
I love it.
And yeah, it was just, we thought it was great. We sat on it for a while and we brought it to the band, and immediately Anthony was like playing. He's like, is it like this? And then stopped to the bass line for a second and started it again. And it was like this cool little syncopation movement. And it was like, oh yeah, that fits even better. Wow. It was like kind of like Cure-esque. So yeah, and then you guys do the exact same thing, and then we're in the room just jamming on it, and it feels like a totally new thing all of a sudden.
Yeah, like it comes to life, kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yep.
That's one of the things I'm very jealous about in the musician world, is because that collaboration is so fluid. You know, and because I'm married to a drummer, and to watch that band just do their thing and like build on something, it really is pretty mind blowing. And it takes a lot of trust. You know, I mean, you guys have built-in trust. I have read a fabulous article, I have to find it and send it to you, about how bands that have twin brothers no less, have the upper hand because of the absolute lockstep, just DNA. Van Halen is a great example. They had a lot of examples, but Van Halen was their lead example. And it was funny because as I was reading this, I was thinking of you two, and I thought, what does it mean about twins? Because is it true that you really have that reading minds situation, ESP kind of thing going on?
yeah, I mean, I don't know about reading minds, but we definitely do have, like, you know,
all the guitar skills of Van Halen for sure.
Yeah, obviously.
Guitar skills of Van Halen.
Obviously.
That's just kind of a twin thing.
Yeah.
But
More shredding on this album.
Yes.
Yeah, that's definitely in the plan.
Yep.
But yeah, I think it's just like us living together, having the opportunity to talk about it at any time, and
influences, like living and growing up and having all of those same things. So that when you get in
that's
the
a
band,
good point. I hadn't thought of that. Yeah.
you're like this thing and that thing, and there's that reference point. Whereas when guys get together and they don't have that, you have to learn that. So
right, and you're not building from nothing. In at least for two members. How long have all of you known each other?
Oh geez,
We were talking about this earlier.
How long have I?
Because you're all from the Bay.
17.
Yeah. How many years is that? Like 7 years?
Six now?
Yeah. I found him on Facebook in like this weird like group of musician Facebook. You know, like when Facebook
That's the
groups
story that we tell now.
like saw an ad. He's like looking for X player, and I'm like, okay, sure. Like let's try it. I've never played this genre before, and then like, wow, 7 years. Jeez, that's a long time.
Actually, I have a kind of funny story about that.
Yeah,
It does. It is a long time, but also when you said 2017, I was like, oh yeah, like last year.
I know, because of everything.
It's so weird.
Like my dad reminded me the other day. So we did that group, and I remember you came over to the garage for the first time and did the thing. And
I love that. Did the thing.
Yeah.
Slapping a bass. Yeah.
And he's like, so I guess I said bye. I'll see you later. Whatever. We'll see what happens. And then I think on Facebook, like the day after, you were like something about like my new band is Life Size Models. And I didn't even like
Stop it. Are you serious?
Man,
Oh my God. I love it.
I'm just gonna step in.
I think it worked out.
But that's the kind of like guy he is. Like he's there for you, and he supports you, and he's all in, and it, like, you know.
Dude, that's awesome. Take the reins. You're like, yep, it's mine. I'm scooping it up. I love that. And hey, it worked out for you. So along this process, you know, my husband, he's been recording with his band, and it's like one day the drummer goes in, the next day, you know, so-and-so goes in, and they just like do these layers. It's like a foundation or like a house, right? You know, you're building from the ground up. Are you guys in the process of doing that as you're recording more stuff?
Yeah, we definitely follow that same sort of pattern of, you know, rhythm section goes in first. Usually
is that pressure? Is that like, that feels like natural pressure?
I mean,
you're building a house.
Like,
good luck.
Don't tell the other parts of the band, but like it's kind of like nice to just go in there and like, I mean, it just like requires just a certain amount of like focus and like trimming fat on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I think like, especially with this last recording go around, there's a lot of because I'm going into the space where like there's so much room, I kind of have to rein myself back because I'm not hearing all the other stuff that's going to be coming down the line.
Yeah. So you're in there doing jazz fills and stuff.
Right. Yeah. I'm just like going so crazy.
Yeah.
Like, guys, I'm sorry, I picked up a double bass pedal.
In the practice, like we didn't do that in practice.
Yeah. Then we have to craft our parts to match.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. And all of a sudden there's like 808s on top of everything. It's like really weird. Yeah.
You got the roll.
Yeah.
I love that answer. That's great.
But yeah, like we're going in now to like start that whole process again on a bunch of songs. Like I'm going in with Anthony in a couple weeks to get drums and bass down, and hopefully we do a good enough job that they can build on top of that.
Yeah. Fingers. Good luck. Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say, I think I'm renaming your songs to audio movies.
Oh, nice.
Right? Like, I've never thought of that term until this very moment, but that's the way I feel whenever I'm running and I'm listening to your music. I've attached stories to your songs.
I do remember you posting something of you running with like listening or
and I was listening to your music. I listen to it all the time whenever I'm running. It's actually on playlist. And when it comes on, all of a sudden I'm like in a totally different world, in a totally different space, with memories that is amazing that I can attach to you guys. So thank you for being there on my runs.
Thank you.
Very cool. Yes, so audio movies. I'm gonna have to like coin that term or something. All right, tell everybody where to find you guys online. Where do you hang out most?
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, all the big ones.
Yeah.
Mainly it's
no
probably
Facebook
Instagram.
groups anymore. My grandma's gonna be really sad.
Yeah. She might be in there, but nobody else is. Yeah. Yeah. So.
That's great. Life size models. Check them out. You're watching Soundwaves TV. Thanks for being here, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hit my friend like a poem without a pen, or a life without an end. Yeah, we knew it wouldn't last forever. Maybe someday we'll be free to confront the death of a childhood fantasy. Did you know you couldn't stay? Did you wish she could hold on? Don't you wanna feel what it feels like to belong? Yeah. Are we coming apart to come together again? 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 I think I could use some sunshine and a spotless mind. Is it fair to say we hadn't known each other for some time? Well, you told me life goes in seasons in a haze of alcohol. Tell me if life goes in seasons, when are you coming out of the fall? Did you know you couldn't stay? Did you wish she could hold on? Don't you wanna feel what it feels like to belong? Yeah. Are we coming apart to come together again? 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 So tell me, my friend, we'll never grow up and we'll never comprehend that life is an ocean inside a watering can, dangling on a string held in the distant grass of the this is the end.
If you'd like to be considered for airplay on either Soundwaves FM on 107.7 The Bone or right here on Soundwaves TV, go to 1077thebone.com/Soundwaves. It's kind of like back in the day, scamming your way into a radio station with your demo tape, but never actually having to leave the house.
You guys are crazy, man.
SoundwavesTV.com is your official home for Soundwaves merch. From coffee mugs to a variety of barware, my favorite, hats, exclusive tees, and the exclusive Soundwaves commemorative challenge coin. Get all your shopping done at SoundwavesTV.com.
The official Soundwaves beer, Into the Groove, is available on tap and in cans at Devil's Canyon Brewing Company in San Carlos. From beer Fridays to live performances, a tasting room, and a beer garden, your next party is at Devil's Canyon.
And we are back, and we're heading into the final stretch, but I wanted to talk to our man, Mr. Joe Hawk.
What's going on?
How you doing,
Joe? Doing great, actually.
Yeah, so if you don't know it, Joe Hawk has got a brand new thing he's birthing into the world.
I do, and actually, speaking of birthing, it's going to be coming out on my birthday,
Exactly.
which is...
You having another baby?
I do no birthing. No. Speaking, well, you were talking about how much you spent on tickets. I am not financially ready for a ticket. I will tell you that right now. No, actually, I am launching a brand new podcast called Getting Lunch with Joe Hawk.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations, bro.
Thank you. And actually, this comes out on June 1st, right?
It is.
Which is my birthday.
So
and also,
if you're watching this on day one, this is your birthday.
This is my birthday.
Right now.
It's your birthday.
And the podcast. Oh, my God, Joe!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joe.
Oh, my God.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, my God. Woo! So does it mean you're not going to make it to the party?
You made him cry.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Thank you.
birthday, brother.
And, of course, I am a little hungover today. I am on the hangover cruise.
Here's the dog. There you go.
So
Oh, my God.
Dennis and I were talking about your birthday. We're like, what do we want to do? And he was like, yeah, what can we get? And I was like, it's Joe, beer and cake.
Right.
That's
easy enough.
That's awesome.
Perfect.
All right, carry
Oh, my
on.
God.
Podcast,
Thank you.
birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, God, how do I transition out of that? No, so, yeah, it's been, ever since the beginning of the year, I've been trying to figure out how to still, keep busy, stuff like that, along with, waiting for Soundwaves to come back. And I thought, you know what? I got to launch a new podcast. My previous one, Bonafide Brews, did so well. And I think, you know what? Let's keep riding the coattails on that. And I kind of took inspiration from... First We Feast with their hot ones where, minus the hot wings because, I'm not that good with hot stuff, except I did eat the one chip challenge on the air one time and survived an hour. But I thought, what would be the best way to kind of like sit down and get a good conversation? You sit down with your friends over a meal. So hence the name Getting Lunch with Joe Hawk came along. And actually, I am very excited to see how this podcast goes. First episode was with our good friend Mike Anuzzi.
Oh, yes.
Of Soundwaves fame.
Awesome. Yep.
And, we sit down. We had lunch at one of our local spots called Redwood Grill. So shout out to Redwood Grill. And honestly, guys, like lightning in the bottle with this podcast. I am so excited. I'm going to be doing my best to do a weekly release on Thursdays around 8 o'clock in the morning. So right early. So just in time for, maybe a late morning drive after, the morning show. Maybe listen to the podcast. Cool. Or if you like podcasts more than radio, which, hope you don't. But still. But yeah, I'm really excited. I have had, like I said, Mike Anuzzi is going to be episode 1. I had Chasta on, which you do not want to miss out on that episode. We talk a lot about what happened back in December. Which we'll talk about that.
Interesting.
Yeah, we'll talk about that
right.
on another time.
It was all the juicy details.
It was all the juicy details. I also had Jay, her husband, on, and then just recently I sat down with you and Sean Bivens.
Yeah, and I can tell you
in your own kitchen.
In my own kitchen, and I can tell you, getting lunch, Joe Hawk brought lunch.
I brought
like
sandwiches.
he brought sandwiches.
I brought sandwiches.
Yeah.
What kind of sandwiches?
Oh, big old deli sandwiches.
Ooh, love them.
Yeah.
Love them.
And then I got to get you on.
That's
man.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And literally.
That's right. I'm looking forward to it,
gotta
man.
Gotta get a little help from my friends, as
That's
the Beatles
right.
would say. So yeah, please check it out. It's going to be on Spotify, and hopefully pretty soon I'll have the video aspect for you as well. Maybe on Patreon or free on YouTube. We'll see.
Yeah, sounds great. Yeah,
Cool,
check
man.
it out. Check
Congrats,
it
bro.
out.
Guys, thank you.
From the one that I was involved in, I can tell you it's damned entertaining.
Yeah.
And funny, too.
All right, we're going to head into the fight. This is the final stretch. This is our last video. We love these guys. They've grown up kind of on our show.
Yes,
on
they
and
have.
around. This is the Alive and Come and Get It.
I find it hard, so hard to find. The ladder's broke, so hard to climb. I'll sit right here and watch the sky. The blue's so vast, it makes me cry. Finding it hard to find a way. Hearted and wounded, my soul frays. Falling hard, falling hard. One man needs. If you want it, you should come and get it before it starts to show. If you want it, you should come and find me before I fall too low. Before I close the door, I find it hard, so hard to find. Be my friend, hold me close tonight. We'll sit right here and watch the sky. If you want it, you should come and get it before it starts to show. If you want it, you should come and find me before I fall too low. Before I close the door, I found it hard, so hard to find. The ladder's broke, so hard to climb. I'll sit right here and watch the sky. The blue's so vast, it makes me cry. Finding it hard to find a way. Hearted and wounded, my soul frays. Falling hard, falling hard. On my knees. I found it hard, so hard to find. The ladder's broke, so hard to climb. I'll sit right here and watch the sky. The blue's so vast, it makes me cry. If you want it, you should come and get it. If you want it, you should come and get it. If you want it, you should come and get it. If you want it.
Joe Hawk, it's your birthday. How dare you have a birthday when I'm not up there to help you enjoy it? Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to have a drink. I'm going to make it extra fancy. I'm going to put an umbrella in and everything. Happy birthday, buddy. And I'll tell you what, when I come up, you and I will have a drink together. I'll have a drink right now. We'll have drinks now and then. I like it when you have a birthday, Joe. Happy birthday.
Welcome back to Soundwaves, everybody. We are here, the whole gang, and wow, what another great show. And this guy is enjoying the birthday.
I am going to have my cake and eat it too. Damn it!
And
Happy
I'm
birthday
so jealous.
to Joe Hawk.
Thank you.
Yes,
Happy
yes.
birthday. I don't want to talk bad about you or anything, but hey, is the cake good? He growled a little bit.
I know.
So I don't think we're getting any cake.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's
and
okay.
also, just to remind you guys, I'm still the youngest person on this show.
I know.
We're gonna let you have this one.
We're never getting out of that.
Today
only. Yes. Yeah. Soak it up, buddy. You're getting smacked
Thank
after
you
that.
to Life Size Models for coming by. Thank you to Baby Huey. Shannon, Koehler, and the Stone Foxes are killing it out there.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. And our man in Hollywood, Mr. Stephen Kirk. Until next week, Crash Pilot's going to be joining us.
So excited.
They're going to crash the set.
Fantastic.
Yep. I had to make that pun, and we're going to be punning the hell out of that next week. We're really, really sick of that one. That's it. We're out. Take care, guys.
Cheers. Happy birthday, babe.